So hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? So I've been hinting around that I was gonna do like a reading, and so I'm gonna do a quick reading tonight. I've already pulled some cards. This is Miss Kitty. You guys should know that this is my cat, Miss Kitty. And if you don't know who I am Felicia Asherbrenner, and I am an intuitive psychic who loves to pull oracle cards to receive messages from spirit. So that's just a really quick summary of who I am. So today I had the urge to ask a question, and this question is not a political question. This question was just to delve into something that I noticed last week whenever President Trump was visiting Saudi Arabia. He was greeted there. When he was greeted by and escorted by white Arabian stallions. And of course, I'm a horse person, and immediately I just was like, wow. A lot of people may not realize, but those Arabian stallions, those white Arabian stallions, I cannot imagine, they're so special. Because in Saudi Arabia, Arabians are something that is so special. They are revered. They are revered, those horses. And they're the oldest horse on earth. The oldest known horse to us is the Arabian. And so that piqued my interest. And so today I was sitting here and I was thinking about a reading, and I was like, okay, so what question do I want to ask? And so the question that came to my mind was, what did the white Arabian stallions symbolize for the arrival of President Trump to Saudi Arabia? What did those white Arabian horses mean? What did they represent in spirit? And so the answer to that was, in my mind, I'm like, okay, so what deck should I go to? And at first I went to my dragon deck to ask about the timeline. And the first card, I'm not going to show this card because I want to show these unicorns. But this was the first card that flipped out was the green dragon. The green dragon, and that's a 7th dimensional dragon. The secrets to nature. The keys to nature. And I'm not going to show that card because I want to focus on the unicorns. So I want you to hear what I said though. It was green. The green dragon. That's gonna connect to the unicorns in just a moment. Alright, so I asked for one card in response to that question. But 4 flipped out, and I decided to take all four of those unicorn cards. And so the first deck that I pulled from is called the Oracle of the Unicorns. And I'm going to show you guys the cards, the first 4 cards that flipped out. And I'm just going to show you in order of how they flipped out. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to talk about each one of them. So the first one that came out was, what did the white Arabian stallions represent as being an escort to President Trump upon his arrival in Saudi Arabia? The first card that came out was, it symbolizes a partnership. And notice the colors of those horses. A partnership. Okay, so it says, teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with and build up a talented support team. And I think that's what President Trump has been working on. He's been building liaisons with people that he can trust and people that can aid him in making our country a better country. I don't want to go into political things about this. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing with my intuition. And you might have a different opinion, but that's okay, because you're entitled to your opinion. But this is my thoughts about this. Alright, so then the second card that flipped out is this card. Celebration. Celebration. Notice that there are owls flying on that, everybody. Owls represent wisdom. And again, the horses are white. A white horse. The unicorn. It's white in color. White in color. So, this card says, a positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. The other thing I want you to notice is the moon. And that's a color that I want to talk about also, and that's silver. Silver. That metal is very important. And even I am not fully into why that's important. But one of the things that Michael Jaco has been talking about on his channel recently is to invest in silver. So if you want to invest in something, silver might be the way to go. Again, this is just suggestions that and things that I've been observing. It's all up to you. I'm not a financial expert or anything, so YouTube, algorithm, whatever. I don't really care what the algorithm thinks about me. But, so silver is the other color that came out in this reading. Okay, so the third card. The third card. Notice the green on this card, and notice that there's this card is intention, but notice the green around this unicorn's wings. And if you notice, it's a portal. It's a portal. See the opening? It's a portal. It's an opening to success. It's an opening to success. And I'm going to get back to you about that word in just a moment. The word is success. Colors came out in this reading, and the word success. Intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. And be bold with your request to the universe. More on that in just a moment. Also, the word bold is a key word to that. Be bold in your request. Alright? And then this little unicorn came out, and he is so cute. He is so cute. Look at him. Notice what color his wings are. In his tail. In his mane. His mane and tail are green. He's a fairy pony. A fairy pony. How cute is that? Alright, so the word is delight. And I believe that's a, I can't think of the name of it, but it's a plant that you like blow on. And when you blow on that, like, it blows the seeds out. But the word has escaped me at the moment. But do you guys see that? Because it's going to blow on the wind. The seeds that we've planted are being blown out on the wind. That means that the seeds that we've planted are going to come to fruition. Cannot think of the name of that plant right now. I just left my mind. I had it in there in my mind, but it went anyway. Maybe I'll think about it in just a second. But the next card that came out is from a different deck. So I had to go take care of some things today when I pulled these first 4 cards. Okay, so when I came back, I wanted to finish out my reading and then make my actual video of the messages that I received from these 4 cards. And so I pulled out my other deck, which is called the Magic of Unicorns. And as I was shuffling through that unicorn deck, because I have 2 unicorn decks, the Oracle of Unicorns, and then I have the Magic of Unicorns. And as I was shuffling through that, I actually saw this card that I'm going to show you. I actually saw that card in the shuffle. And so when it came out with some other cards, but I took it as the top one because it was the top one, and I didn't want to take the other cards. This one is the Cosmic Emerald card. The emerald is green. Now, one of the things that I want you guys to notice, do you see the green feather? The green feather is important to this reading. I'll talk about that in just a moment. So, it says, create perfect health and access divine abundance. So, those are the cards that came out, and I had pulled some other cards to like add to this reading, but whenever this card right here came out, I decided to make it just a unicorn reading. The other cards that would have came out would have added to that, but it seemed like the unicorns were really coming through really strong today, and so, which is no surprise. Because the question that I asked, the original question that I asked was, what did the white Arabian stallions symbolize upon the arrival of President Trump to Saudi Arabia? What was the meaning of those horses being there? And they had a meaning. Okay, they had a meaning. Okay, so I like to always look in the guidebooks because the guidebooks give you like a lot of information. Okay, so I usually just take them and I write down keywords and things that stick out to me as far as the meanings of the cards that I've pulled. So I'm going to show you the first card again, and I'm going to talk about the keywords and what those white Arabian stallions really symbolized according to the unicorns that I've asked, the unicorn guides that are here, unicorn spirits. So, and unicorns are ascended horses, guys, in case you didn't know that. Unicorns are ascended horses. They're horses that have ascended the earth plane. So this is their consciousness that is speaking to us today, whenever I was pulling this, and then tonight. So the first card is partnership. Okay, so some of the key words that came through, guys. Oh, and by the way, I was feeling angelic energy too, which would connect to the unicorns also. So I'll go into that in just a second. But when I pulled this card here, the very last card, the Cosmic Emerald, I had got out my angel deck because I was feeling angelic energy. I'm going to connect all this together in just a moment. So here's some keywords, and this will help you to understand maybe why I brought this out. Bear with me as I attempt to bring this message through to you guys tonight. So it says that the partnership, guys, one of the keywords that I picked out of that was angel investor. An angel investor. So we have an angel investor in the United States of America right now because they're wanting us to be successful. President Trump has said this many times. He says that if America fails, the whole planet fails. And it's true. And it's true. If you don't believe that, look at what happened with the tariffs recently. People didn't believe that it would work, but it did. But it did. It did work. So some of the things that need to be coming around with America is we no longer need to be taken advantage of. They've been taking advantage of us since the wars. We agreed to that to help them, and it's time to stop helping them. We have to work on our own country right now.
And to do that, we have to bring it around. We have to swing it around because we were going in the wrong direction. And sometimes, oh, thanks, kitty. And sometimes when you're on a big ship, you know a big ship can't just stop. They tell you that. Like if you're seeing a cruise ship or a Navy battleship, you can't run your little boat in front of that because it just can't stop. It needs a long time to slow down. And it needs a long time to swing around and change direction. It can't just like all of a sudden do that. So right now we're going through a period of a slowdown so that we can change our direction. We had to change our direction. We didn't have a choice. We were sinking. And if we're going to keep going, the United States of America was sinking. Oh, I heard it. It said, the song, we were sinking. Yeah, this is a Christian song. I was raised Christian. And I was in church for a long time and I sang in the choir. It says, we were sinking deep in sin. Right? That's a song. I can't remember the rest of it, but I just heard it in my head. We were sinking deep in sin, everybody. We had a lot of things going on with our country. We had open borders, child trafficking, and a lot of other things. Trafficking women, drugs. It was done on purpose. It was done to sink us. It was done to sink us, but we're not going to sink. We're going to turn it around. That's what the people who are watching this video, if you happen to see this video, it's your life. It's your life path, and what you're here to do. We're here to turn it around, and that's what we're working on doing. Sometimes the leaders don't know. Sometimes they get a little lost, and so sometimes they need we the people to like say, no, we're not going that way. That's not the way that we charted before we came here to work on this planet. That's not the way. We have to turn it around, and that's what we're doing. So tonight is a very positive reading because we're doing that, because the key word to all of this is success. Success. That's what the white Arabian stallions represented. Success. So hang in there, because here's why I say this. It's the word success is throughout all of this. And if you have watched some of my other videos, I was on my horse last week and I was talking about that. I was talking about what is your definition of success. So it's coming through again. Success. We're going to be successful in doing this. We just have to hang in there, y'all. So it says there's an angel investor from the angelic realm, from the spiritual realm, who is invested in this, who is invested in the United States of America to turn it around. We all have an angelic realm. All of the countries of this whole place have an angelic realm over each part of this whole planet. We all have an angelic realm that is here as guides and to keep things on charted and on path. That's what we agreed to when we came here. So remember that. An angel investor. Alright, so the other thing is, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. The visit was brilliant. And so were the horses. And if you notice something in that card, look at their horns are lit up. That's your third eye. That's the unicorn's third eye that's lit up. Intuition, right? Following things intuitively. So, the other word was, it is our time to shine. It is our time to shine, and we need to build a team. And that's what we're seeing. A team that is being built, that's behind us to help us to soar to our next level of success. We're ready to soar. It's the age of Aquarius. We're soaring into the next level of success. Remember the plane he was given? It's symbolic. The Boeing plane from Qatar, it's symbolic of flying into the next level of success, because that is the energy of air, and we're in Aquarius energy right now. It's symbolic of success. Alright, so then the next one was celebration. This card. Celebration. Hold on just a moment while I look that up, because I want to look at my keywords that I wrote down, that I noticed. Okay, so, oh, this is great. It actually says it. Celebrate your success. See it? The second line? It's there. Again. Success. So the keywords that I saw was, it's telling us to celebrate before we ever see any signs, any tangible signs of success. It's there for us already. Everybody, let's celebrate. It's there. It's telling us, the unicorns are telling us they were there. The white Arabian stallions, they are symbolic of the sign of success. We are to celebrate it, because what you see above will be manifested below, because we have to think it right here, and when we do, we create our reality. So we are creating the reality of success. So remember that, everybody. We all have to be in partnership with each other to do it, though. Here on Earth, here in the 3D realm, and also in the astral realms. We have to meet and be partners above and below. It's a partnership above and below. That's right, Kitty. My cat's like talking too. She said that's right. Even our animals are here, and they're wanting us to do that too. Because our success is beneficial to them too. It's going to lift them up also in their levels of consciousness, above all the abuse and trauma that they've experienced during their incarnation here, which is tremendous. So, the energy of success, that's the main keywords. Energy of success, celebration, honor, and expansion. That's what the unicorns are saying. Alright, so then the next card is intention, right? Intention. Hold on while I find it. No, I'm sorry, I'm out of order. Hold on. I don't want to go to that one yet. It's still locked. Right here. It's still locked. I got my cards out of order. Alright, so that's my dog Flo, if you hear her. So, it's a playful fairy pony. It is so cute. Look at its green wings. And it has green all over its body in different coloration. I never thought about the fairies having a playful pony. I love that. It reminded me of a pony that I used to have. I had many ponies when I was growing up, but it reminded me of those ponies. They are very playful. So, it says, we have to start today by slowing down. Remember I told you that we have to slow down. You have to slow that shit down and turn it around. Because it's a big ship. Our government is a big ship. We have to slow it down so we can turn it around. And that's what we're in the process of doing. We're making that turn, y'all. We have to slow down and then turn. So start today by slowing down and taking deliberate pleasure in even the simplest of things. So, the thing that I wanted to talk about was these seeds right here. Those seeds. Okay, so the seeds are flying out. It's Aquarius energy. The seeds that we have planted are flying out, and they're going out on the ethers. They're going out everywhere. You may not be aware of them, but you're sending out these seeds everywhere. And these are good seeds. And they've been planted. And probably the fairies are helping them to come to fruition. Our elementals. Our elementals are down with us too. They're helping us too. So the key word there is delight. We have to delight. We have to delight. That means to be happy. Count your blessings and enjoy life. Take pleasure in the simple things and always expect the best. Your expectations, y'all. What are your expectations? What is your definition of success? Not someone else's. It doesn't work like that. We have to have our own country's definition of success. Our own individual, personal definition of success. What is that? What did you accomplish? You, not anybody else. I'm not looking over here to the right and to the left at the Joneses or the Smiths or whatever your neighbors' names are. If you're looking over to their yards for their success, you're not going to feel successful. You need to look in your own yard and what makes you feel successful. And that's what I was talking about on my horse ride. And you can go back to my other video that I had posted before this, when I was talking about what is your definition of success. It's personal. It was something that you created in a birth chart, in your blueprint for your soul, before you came here on earth to participate in this ascension that we're doing. We are lifting the levels of consciousness. We are lifting it up, 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 up. See? Up. On the wind. That's what's important. So, I also said that about the Boeing, him being presented gifts of the air. The Boeing represents flight. It represents being lifted and abundance. I didn't see the inside of that plane, but I bet it is nice, y'all. Really nice. It's abundance. It represents abundance. Air abundance. That's on the way here. So we don't need to take down our president for accepting a gift. It was presented to the United States of America. Did you see the award that he got? The Order of Zaire? The award? Look that up if you haven't looked that up. That's a success. Our president was successful. They awarded him an award. It was presented to him in recognition. Do you know how long it's been since people have felt patriotic for our country? Who felt like America was something that they wanted to be again, that you wanted to be an American? Proud to be an American? Lee Greenwood, the whole song. Oh, the word green is in that man's name that sings it. Greenwood, Lee Greenwood. Everybody, we need to be proud of our president and not tear him down. We need to send him good thoughts. And we need to let him know. We need to let him know physically and also through our minds and as a collective
Woo! Did you see that? Did you see that? The electricity flashed when I said that. We need to let our president know that we support him. We're in partnership with him. We, the people, voted him in to do the things that he's doing. They're trying to stop him, but it's not going to work. We all have to stand together, those of us who voted him in, though. Because we need our elections to be fair and to be true and honest and not fake. I'm tired of fakeness. I don't know about you, but I'm really tired of it. I just want somebody to tell the truth. Just tell the truth. You know? Just tell the truth, everybody. Stop hiding everything. And stop stealing. I want them to stop stealing. Every one of us work very hard for every cent of money that we get. We work hard for that. We're not stealing it. We're putting our backs into it, and we deserve to have honesty from our government. Or we need to vote them all out. We do. And start over. And I think this is what this is. It's a reset. And these people that have not been honest, that have been stealing our money and doing things that aren't worthy, that aren't honorable, that really don't have, that are unmoral, these people are going to be caught and they're going to squeal. They're going to squeal. They're going to scream because they're caught. And that's just too bad. You and I, we don't get to escape. We don't get to escape things like that when it happens to us if we make bad choices. We have to face the consequences. And these people that have made bad choices for the sake of greed and money, they need to face their consequences too for cheating the American people out of our money that we've paid in taxes that we thought were going to good causes, but they weren't. They weren't going for good things, and they certainly weren't going to the United States of America. They were going into people's pockets who were supposed to be thinking about all of us who are working hard every day of our lives, just so we can have food and shelter. So this is a reset, a restart. Take delight, everybody. Take delight. Keep that in mind. Celebration. The word is success. We're going to be successful. How do we be? Did you see it? An orb just flew in front of my face. I'm at 33:23. I just saw it. So I saw my time on here, and so it was 33:23. If you want to see it, you can back it back up and watch it. It's going to be really fast, and it's a white orb. And it flew like right here, right across. I just saw it. Angelics are here. Did I not tell you the angelic orbs are here? I told you the angels were here. The orbs are symbolic of angels. It's probably my brother. I felt him here earlier, but it could be other angels here too. They all travel together in an orb. That's the most efficient way for the angelic realm to travel. All right, so the last one is intention. The last card. Well, no, it's not the last card. This is the last of the 4 cards. I have one more, which would be 5, which would be the number of change. So, the white Arabian Stallions were symbolic of change in many things. Intention. Kind of got off on a soapbox there. I apologize. I've been kind of excited, actually, though, recently. All right, so this is the best one. No, it's not the best one. They're all good. I can't lie. They're all good. There is no best one. All these cards are great. Thank you, unicorns. All right. Oh, oh, maybe that was a unicorn that flew in front of me. Because it was white. It was a small white orb. Might have been a unicorn. Wow. How amazing is that, right? How amazing is that? Okay, so here is my hair flying everywhere. This is the word. This is intention. This card says, be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want and be bold with your request to the universe. Okay, so guys, we have to be laser sharp. Laser sharp. With clarity about what we want to see, about how we want our country to be run, and how we want America to be from now on. We have to be laser sharp. Laser sharp with it. We have to state it. State it with clarity. State it. Be bold. Okay, so it says here, we have to take courageous action, and that's I see that happening all the time. Our president's doing things that other people can't believe he's doing. Courageous action, we have to take it to turn this ship around. You have to turn it around. We're going the wrong way. And we're riding that ship. Right? We're getting it back. Getting it back. We're going to turn it around. We're going the wrong way. The way that we charted all together as a collective. Just as you can do whenever you find out that you've taken yourself with your choices off of your path, your blueprint for your soul. Did you know that you can do that? You can turn yourself around and you can get back on your path, because the signs and the synchronicities will show you that you've made the wrong choices. And you'll be given the opportunity to change that. And so when those opportunities are given to you, you should take them. You should take them. Correct your path. Everybody, correct your path. If you're on the wrong path, correct it. You can do it. I know, because I've corrected my path. I stepped off and I was on the wrong path. I was not on the one that I charted for myself. Okay, so it says that you may sense that your desires are being delayed or not arriving at all because you are sending out a muddled or timid request. Stop being timid with what you want with your life. And I'm going to say this forcefully to somebody who's going to watch this. And it might only be one person. And I might be the only person who's voicing this. Nobody may not ever watch this video. But I'm going to say this to myself. And I did. I'm going to say my name. Felicia. Stop being timid with your request. Be the bold ruler of your universe. The bold ruler of your universe. We have to be bold with our intentions, and we have to state them out loud, and we have to state them forcefully, y'all. And we can't sit back and watch like we kind of... Maybe I shouldn't say we. Maybe you haven't been doing that, but I did. I just kind of was like, I don't know, what's going on. No, I knew what was going on, and I should have stated it out, but I didn't. I just tried to ride the wave out. Guys, we got to stand up on top of that wave, and we got to surf it and not be drowned in it. And if you fail and you go under, get back up on your surfboard. If you fall off your horse, get back on. Because you can't allow fear to stop you. And we have to be bold. No more timid requests to the universe. You know what I do sometimes? And it freaks people out.
It freaks them out so bad they don't know what to do because people have seen me doing it. But if I feel like my life is not going the way that it should, the way that I charted it, and that and things aren't going the way that I want them to go, like some things are so bad sometimes, I will go out here on this road where I live at, this street, and I will walk up and down this street right in front of my property, which is still my property because it goes over to the other side. But anyway, the street's like halfway to the middle of the street is my property, so I'm still walking on my property. So sometimes I do it on my own property, but most of the time I'm down the street, and I like talk to the universe, and I forcefully say it loudly. I don't accept this. This is not my divine birthright. What's happening? My divine birthright is abundance, and I want you guys to remember that. Your divine birthright is abundance. And you have the right to that. So state it out loudly. And don't be timid in your request. No more. No more timidity in your soul. You say, this is what I would like to see. And this is what I want to see. And this is what I expect. And I set the intention tonight, or whatever time that you say that this is what's going to happen. And then you need to take courageous action. One step. Do you see it flash again? The electricity flash again? Take one step. One little step towards that. And you will be successful in life. Your definition of success. Not someone else's. Think about what you would like to see. What is successful for you? Not what somebody else thinks is successful. It's for you. So state it out boldly. I am a success. I am successful. I am successful. I am successful. I am a success. Success is easy. Success is easy. Success is easy. Success is mine. Claim it. I call success to me. I call success to me. I call success to me. Success is my divine birthright. And it is. And so it is. And so it is. And keep saying that. I call success to me. I call success to me. I call success to me. And keep repeating that over and over again. Every time that you feel like you're not successful, tell yourself, it's a lie. It's not true. It's a lie. Because I am successful. Success is easy. Success is mine. I call success to me. So the key words is success. So the last card that I want to talk to you about is this one. And do you see the green feather? And you see the emerald and the white horse that's wrapped around that, the white unicorn? That's what the Arabian stallions represented. The white horse, the white Arabian stallions that were there for Trump, they represented something. They were symbolic of success and money. It's ours. And it just thundered as I said that. It thundered. It's ours. Success is ours. And the angelic person that's here from the angelic realm is Archangel Raphael. Green is symbolic of the heart chakra. Clear your heart chakras, everybody. Success is ours. Success is ours. Success belongs to the United States of America. The United States of America is successful.
And we the people are successful. The green feather represents success. I did not know that until I pulled this card and I looked it up. What the green feather means. Like Yankee Doodle, we're going to wear a green feather in our caps, everybody. And with that, I gotta go. Success. That's the word. That's what it's symbolic of, the white Arabian stallions. Thank you, unicorns, and all those guides that were assisting the mind, body, and spirit complex of Felicia, her spirit animals, her 3D physical animals, and her past and loved ones. Success, y'all. Success is the word.